Scene script. Have you ever pondered over the possibility of a zombie apocalypse? It might be closer than you think. The idea of the undead rising and causing chaos has intrigued and terrified us for centuries. This fascination isn't just confined to scary stories whispered around campfires, but has permeated deeply into our popular culture. From blockbuster movies and binge-worthy TV series to adrenaline-pumping video games, the concept of a zombie apocalypse is omnipresent. So, what exactly are zombies? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Zombies come in an incredible variety of forms, each more terrifying and intriguing than the last. In the popular TV series and computer game The Last of Us, we see humans transformed into horrifying creatures by a cordyceps-like fungus. The iconic video game Half-Life presents us with the threat of headcrabs, while the Resident Evil series takes us into the world of bioengineering with the genetically modified Tyrant virus. On the other hand, the Left 4 Dead game introduces us to the green flu, a natural bio-eco cousin of the Tyrant virus, with equally apocalyptic consequences. But it's not just about biological threats. The Mass Effect series gives us zombie huskies, created from the bodies of organic races by the fearsome Reapers. And who can forget the special worms in Plague Incorporated, which infect brains and force people to become unwilling carriers of the parasites? In the realm of fantasy games like Baldur's Gate, zombies are dead people resurrected through the potent power of magic. And let's not overlook the billions of people worldwide who believe in resurrection as a central tenet of their faith. It's clear that the concept of zombies is deeply rooted in our collective consciousness. But how much of it is mere fiction, and how much could potentially turn into reality? Some scientists have even dedicated their careers to studying the phenomenon of zombification. And then of course there's the philosophical zombie, which challenges our very understanding of consciousness and existence. As we dive deep, prepare to question the reality you know, and explore some of the most plausible zombie scenarios. This journey into the world of the undead is not for the faint-hearted. But if you're ready to take the plunge, stick around. The zombie apocalypse might be closer than you think. Imagine a world taken over by a fungus similar to cordyceps, turning people into mindless, aggressive creatures. A chilling thought, isn't it? But it's not just a figment of our imagination. It's a concept explored in the popular TV series and computer game, The Last of Us. In this dystopian world, a mutated strain of the cordyceps fungus infects humans, turning them into zombie-like creatures. These infected beings, void of their former humanity, roam the earth with a singular purpose: to spread the infection. Sounds terrifying, right? Well, let's not forget the headcrabs of Half-Life. These parasitic creatures latch onto the heads of their victims, taking control of their bodies and creating a different yet equally horrifying form of zombies. You might be asking yourself, but how likely is this to happen in real life? Well, the world of fungi is more terrifying than you might think. The cordyceps fungus, which inspired the creators of The Last of Us, is known to infect and take control of insects in the wild. It manipulates the behavior of its host, eventually leading to the host's death and the release of the fungus's spores. Scientists have discovered over 400 species of this parasitic fungus, each targeting a specific species of insect. Now, while there's no known species of cordyceps that affects humans, who's to say such a strain couldn't evolve in the future? Now, we're not saying you should start preparing for a fungal zombie apocalypse just yet. Keep in mind the leap from insects to humans is a massive one. But the existence of parasitic fungi that can manipulate their hosts is a real and fascinating aspect of our natural world. In the grand scheme of things, the concept of fungal-infected zombies isn't as far-fetched as it might initially seem. It's a stark reminder of the power of nature and the potential threats it can pose. Nature has its own ways of creating nightmares, doesn't it? So, the next time you enjoy a peaceful walk in the woods, remember, the world of fungi is watching, and maybe, just maybe, plotting its next move. What if the undead aren't a product of nature, but of human ambition and experimentation? This chilling thought takes us into the realm of bioengineering, where the line between science fiction and reality becomes blurred. Let's consider the world of Resident Evil, where the Umbrella Corporation, driven by greed and power, engineers the Tyrant virus. It's a bioweapon that turns its victims into mindless, flesh-craving monsters. The chilling part? Bioengineering like this isn't entirely fictional. Advancements in genetic engineering and synthetic biology could potentially create similar bioweapons. While we're far from a tyrant virus, the potential for misuse remains a sobering thought. Now let's shift gears and talk about Left 4 Dead. Here, nature takes a back seat as the green flu, a bioengineered pathogen, wreaks havoc. Again, the concept of a genetically modified virus is not far-fetched. We've seen what natural viruses can do. Imagine one engineered for maximum devastation. It's a frightening reminder of the potential consequences of bioengineering unchecked and unregulated. From bioweapons to synthetic beings, let's talk about Mass Effect. In this universe, the Reapers create synthetic zombie huskies from organic races. It's a horrifying concept, but it begs the question, how possible is this? While we're nowhere near creating synthetic beings, advances in robotics and artificial intelligence are inching us closer to the realm of the possible. The ethical and moral implications are profound, and it's a conversation we need to have sooner rather than later. So as we look at these scenarios, we see a common thread. The potential for a zombie apocalypse isn't necessarily rooted in nature or magic, but in our own scientific advancements. In our race to push boundaries and redefine what's possible, we may be opening a Pandora's box of potential threats. In the race for power and control, mankind could be its own worst enemy. Could the undead be a result of magic or mind control? We've all seen it in fantasy games like Baldur's Gate, where the dead are resurrected by the sheer power of magic. The concept is as old as time itself, a staple in folklore and mythology, where shamans, witches and wizards command the forces of life and death. Zombies in this context are not victims of a virus or a parasite, but puppets dancing to the tune of a magical maestro. But how plausible is this scenario? Magic, as we understand it, defies the laws of physics and biology. It's a fun concept to play with in the realm of fantasy, but it doesn't hold water in our reality. So, as much as we'd love to believe in magical zombies, they remain firmly in the realm of fiction. But what about mind control? This brings us to the brain-infecting worms of Plague Incorporated. Now this is a terrifying thought. A parasite that infects our brains, taking control of our actions, turning us into mindless drones. Sounds like a sci-fi horror movie, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't as far-fetched as you might think. In the natural world, there are already examples of parasites that manipulate the behavior of their hosts. Consider the Ophiocordyceps, a fungus that infects ants, taking over their bodies and driving them to climb to high places, where the fungus can spread its spores. Could a similar parasite evolve to infect humans? It's an unsettling thought, but not completely outside the realm of possibility. Scientists are still unraveling the complex relationship between parasites and their hosts, and who knows what discoveries lie ahead. So while magic may not be a plausible source of zombies, mind control, in the form of parasitic infection, is a chillingly real possibility. Whether through magic or mind control, the undead continue to haunt our imaginations. Can science substantiate the existence of zombies? Well, it might surprise you to know that there are indeed real-life scientific studies on zombification. Some species of fungi, for instance, are known to infect and control the behavior of ants in order to spread their spores, a phenomenon eerily similar to the fungal zombies of The Last of Us. On the other hand, the bioengineered zombies of Resident Evil and Left 4 Dead, while currently beyond our technological capabilities, are not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Genetic engineering and biotechnology are rapidly advancing fields. Who knows what the future holds? However, the philosophical concept of zombies presents a different kind of challenge. Philosophical zombies, or P-zombies, are hypothetical beings that are physically identical to normal humans, but lack conscious experience. They behave exactly like us, but don't have subjective experiences. While this concept is primarily used in philosophical debates about consciousness, it ties into our discussion because it challenges our understanding of what it means to be a zombie. Is a being without consciousness a zombie? Or is it the physical transformation that defines zombification? To summarize, the plausibility of different types of zombies varies greatly. Fungal and bioengineered zombies, while frightening, have some basis in our current understanding of biology and technology. The undead and magically resurrected zombies, on the other hand, currently reside firmly in the realm of fantasy and folklore. As for the P-zombies, well, they might just be the most terrifying of all. The thought of beings that look and act like us, but lack any form of internal experience, is a chilling prospect. So as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the undead, one thing is clear. The zombie apocalypse might not be as far-fetched as we once thought. Whether through nature's bizarre mechanisms, mankind's technological advancements, or the eerie depths of philosophical thought, zombies have a way of creeping into our reality. As we unravel the mysteries of the undead, one thing is clear: the zombie apocalypse might not be as far-fetched as we once thought.